Sergio Perez's struggles in the 2024 Formula One season have hit a new low after his Q1 elimination at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Perez, who blamed his Red Bull RB20's lack of grip for his poor performance, now finds himself under intense scrutiny. To compound matters, rumors emerged that Red Bull informed him his seat for the 2025 season is far from secure. With this latest disappointment, the pressure continues to build. Helmut Marko has already hinted that a decision regarding Perez's future will come soon, and it might not go in the Mexican driver's favor. Red Bull entered the Las Vegas weekend knowing they needed Perez to step up. With only 3 races left in the season, every point mattered in their battle for the Constructors Championship. Success required both cars performing near the front, but that didn't happen. Perez suffered his 6th Q1 exit of the season, a dire result that reflects his struggles since the summer break. With just 20 points added to his tally in that time, Red Bull's hopes of climbing the standings have been dashed. They now sit 3rd, behind the resurgent McLaren and Ferrari teams, whose consistent scoring has left Red Bull on the back foot. The question many are asking now is whether Sergio Perez has reached the end of his journey with Red Bull. The Mexican driver's recent performances have sparked widespread speculation about an impending announcement regarding his future. For team principal Christian Horner, the immediate focus is on salvaging whatever points are still on the table this season. From a Constructors Championship perspective, we desperately need both cars up there working as a pair, Horner stated during the weekend. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. Hopefully, Checo can deliver some strong performances in these last 3 races, because without that, winning the title is impossible, but the uphill battle for Perez is apparent. His qualifying woes continued in Las Vegas, where he was knocked out in Q1 for the 6th time this year. Perez attributed his struggles to the RB20's grip issues rather than any personal shortcomings. "We've lacked pace throughout qualifying, and that's really been the main issue," Perez told the media. "In hindsight, we should have used 2 sets of tires in Q1, given how uncompetitive we were. Compromising in the low-speed sections has been particularly tough, with the cars sliding too much." Perez went on to describe the fundamental issues he's facing with the RB20, problems that his teammate Max Verstappen has managed to adapt to. "There's a fundamental problem with the car right now, and it's just not working for me," he said. "We're constantly exploring solutions, but it's hard to make it all come together. Without the grip, it's challenging to find consistency, and that leads to mistakes." Despite his 16th place starting position for Saturday night's 50-lap Las Vegas Grand Prix, Perez hasn't given up hope. The circuit, which saw 99 overtakes last year, could offer him opportunities to climb through the field. "Tomorrow will be tricky," Perez admitted. "It's a long race, and a lot can happen. I believe we're more competitive in race conditions because our long runs looked better than our single-lap pace. However, with time running out, Perez needs more than just an average recovery drive. He requires a standout result to prove his worth to Red Bull and silence the critics who are increasingly vocal about his performances. Even if Perez is contracted to race for Red Bull in 2025, his seat is anything but guaranteed. Should Red Bull opt for a replacement, drivers like Yuki Tsunoda and Lawson are waiting in the wings. Both drivers outqualified Perez in Las Vegas, making their case as potential successors. Another option could be Williams driver Franco Capito, who, despite a Q2 collision, has shown promise this season. Christian Horner has suggested that Red Bull may delay a final decision on Perez's future until the start of the 2025 season at the Australian Grand Prix. "All the drivers we have under contract are clear on their situations," Horner explained. "We could, if we choose, wait all the way until Melbourne next year to make a final decision. But inevitably, we'll sit down at the end of this year and review all the information available to us." Helmut Marko, however, appears less willing to wait. Marko, a key figure in Red Bull's driver decisions, has been vocal about Perez's shortcomings. "Perez was simply not fast enough," Marko said after qualifying. "Maybe using 2 sets of tires would have helped, but we thought he could manage with one. Now he's starting 16th. The pressure is only increasing." When asked whether Perez could keep his seat for 2025, Marko hinted that the decision could come as early as after the season finale in Abu Dhabi. "After Abu Dhabi, we will consider all possibilities and then make a decision," he said. "I'm not saying there's a risk, but we will review everything before deciding. While Marko's influence within Red Bull has diminished in recent years, his comments reflect the urgency surrounding Perez's situation. For Horner, the comparison between Verstappen and Perez may ultimately tip the scales. Verstappen has consistently managed to deliver results, even when the car has been difficult to drive. His P5 qualifying result in Las Vegas demonstrated his ability to extract the maximum from the RB20, despite facing his own challenges with the car's setup. Verstappen admitted that qualifying in Las Vegas was far from straightforward. "It was tough to get the tires in the right window," Verstappen explained. "We did our best, and P5 was the result. Of course, we were a bit lucky that Lewis didn't set a faster lap, or it would have been P6. I think we maximized what we had." The Dutchman noted that Red Bull's car struggled with straight-line speed on the Las Vegas circuit, which features a long stretch down the strip. "Our rear wing isn't the most efficient, and with DRS open, we lose time on the straights," Verstappen said. "It's a limitation we've had to accept." Fans and analysts speculated that Red Bull had brought the wrong rear wing to Las Vegas, a claim Christian Horner was quick to deny. "We didn't forget the rear wing," Horner clarified. "It's just that within the cost cap, we couldn't justify building a specific wing for this track. We trimmed the one we had, as many teams do." Red Bull's difficulties in Las Vegas raise broader questions about their preparation and strategy. Could these struggles influence their decision on Perez's future? For now, Perez must focus on delivering strong performances in the remaining races. Anything less could see his time with Red Bull come to an end. As fans eagerly await Red Bull's next move, the debate rages on. Should Perez be given another chance, or is it time for the team to look elsewhere? Share your thoughts in the comments below.